Well, they say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. They'll start by running the option to the right. They'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. The way he went into that contact, and as a rookie QB, you just kind of hold your breath. Maybe slide there?
Probably a very good idea. Not probably. Definitely a very good idea. And I go back to something someone told me a long time ago. In college, yeah, those guys are going to hit you, but they're just playing for a scholarship. These guys in the NFL, they're hitting you for jobs. That's a whole different hit.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught by Robinson. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. Fields now to throw. Rolling to his right. Caught on the slant. Touchdown Bears. Marquise Goodwin. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Working out of the gun. Love. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help. And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. And 2021 in the draft, the first tight end off the board, Florida's Kyle Pitts at number 4 to Atlanta. The first tight end taken in 2020 was this guy, Cole Kmet, number 43 overall. Really started to come on late last season. A good grab there for a 1st down. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down. Play action. It's Fields. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Darnell Mooney. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good catch there from Marquez Valdez-Scantling. But last year we saw some bigger catches. The NFL leader in yards per reception in 2020. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Penei Sewell, the 7th overall pick, hit with a penalty there. Love now. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
2nd and 16. Off the play fake, Love. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 3rd down, Love. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's got this down to the 35.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st down, Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. And there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Love. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. To throw now. Here's Love. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. And Crosby puts it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's 3rd down.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Being chased out left. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Love looking to throw it. This one swung out here to Jones. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run it with Jones. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Love going to give this one to Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 4. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the clock reads 30 seconds to go, so really not a whole lot of time to speak of. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On first down, Fields. Caught by Montgomery. All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. They'll roll him out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Final play of the half. Love escaping the pressure right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll run on first down. Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being...
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish, but you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Zadarius Smith, second-team All-Pro last year, in on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Fields. Flush to his right. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now Fields. Flushed out right. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Fields going to keep it once more. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season, as the Bears push further out in front. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 30 on second down, Love. They'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Running with Montgomery from the pistol. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 63 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. To throw is Fields. That's caught by Montgomery. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Throwing after the interception, Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Throwing after the interception. Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Well, we knew that Darnell Mooney could absolutely fly, but he was only taken in the 5th round out of Tulane because of his size. He ended up being one of the better late-round picks in the NFL last year. 61 catches on the season.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Chris Barnes. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Whitney Merciless, showing no mercy, flies in for the sack. That time, finally, a measure of revenge as they get him down behind the line.
It almost felt like relief, didn't it? Because with the success he's had throughout this game, you'd almost expect him to get free and pick up 10 to 15 every time he takes off. Not in that case. That has to feel good for the defense.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Robert Tonyan, the intended target. 3rd down here. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion. 1st down, love to pass. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Going back to Love. Open man, here is Cobb. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Love with a give to Dillon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
When we say the game's on the line, I don't think we're overstating it here. These next few plays could very well decide this one. Advantage defense there on 1st and goal as they're able to get in and force the loss on that play.
He's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. The kick by Crosby is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. And open is Robinson. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Here's 2nd and a yard. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know, in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time. With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
Back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
How many people watching this one right here gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. 2nd and 11 now. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So for Chicago, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Dun, dun, dun.